Hi, my name is Daniel Monaghan. I'm a first year in the IT Software Development Graduate Apprenticeship at Strathclyde.
My name's Josh. I'm doing the same degree as Daniel, although I'm in the third year.
Hi, I'm Gregor and I'm also doing the same degree and same as Josh, I'm in my third year.
Well, it was actually when I was in like 12 years old. I remember my gran handed me a newspaper clip, as she does every time I'm over, and it was talking about apprenticeships in engineering though, so that got me interested. And then I during the lockdown, just before I left school, I went to code, so I decided software engineering was for me. I just quite liked it, found it very enjoyable, and there was lots of cool stuff I could do with it. So then I just went and applied in my fifth year at the end of it, and then got the job here. So I left and started my apprenticeship.
I started doing computing in about S3, and I just enjoyed it a lot, so I continued on doing it up to S6 where I left, and then I thought a graduate apprentice would probably be the best since I don't get any debt at university. So I decided to do that and then got hired here after trying some other ones.
Slightly different for me. I hadn't done any coding experience before during school. All I knew was I didn't really want to go down the just straight university route, so I started having a look at some graduate apprenticeships, and the software engineering ones really stuck out for me as I enjoyed my problem solving in maths. So I applied for a few and was able to get a job here.
I think it's quite busy, especially for second and third year so far, but it is manageable if you actually like it. Sometimes it's a bit less so, especially when uni's not on. I actually find it quite relaxed and not too bad at all.
Yeah, I find it fine as well. I'm only in first year, so I don't have too much, but definitely need to keep ahead of things to keep up with everything.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a decent amount of work, especially once you get into third year, but as long as you've got your decent time management skills, and both work and uni definitely offer a lot of support if you need it, so it's manageable.
Quite a lot. I think in terms of like work stuff, I found that I tend to do things in work before I end up needing to do them in uni quite consistently, which I think is a pretty good thing overall. You know, it makes the uni stuff a bit easier, but there's a few things that we haven't covered in uni, and I don't think we'll cover in uni, that I've done here that are really useful. So I've done some work with older technologies that I wouldn't have got the chance to in uni, some like database stuff that we've not covered in uni that's really useful, cloud technologies and things like that. So I definitely think I've learned more from getting the experience and work as well, and even just from the like academic side of things.
Yeah, getting a lot of experience in the actual work is probably a big factor, which is good for it, since I'm doing a lot of stuff which is done in the later years already, just in my first year. So I like getting a lot of experience with different technologies, and sometimes the uni stuff can be a bit boring, but it's good to build up the basics really and get a strong foundation, even if you are ahead.
I think on top of all the sort of technological stuff you learn, I've definitely improved my communication skills a lot. I've had a lot of chances to speak with and meet with various different clients, which has given me a lot more confidence when talking to them and trying to help them solve their issues.
Similar to what I said before, I think it's probably a bit easier if you do like the subject. Personally, I keep up with some personal projects. I don't really get to do it during term time, but when the term's off, I like to do that, and I think that keeps me interested in it. But also being able to see the learning I've done in work in uni help me with that and let me do it faster and with less hassle is really cool, which I enjoy quite a lot.
I'd say really just be prepared for a lot of stuff, since it can seem kind of overwhelming at times with the amount that you need to do, and then that sometimes it's completely fine. So you need to be prepared for a lot of changes to happen.
Yeah, I'd say if you know what you want to do and it's in the software industry, definitely go for it. And I think it's the best way to get started in the industry, as you're getting the hands-on experience as well as learning all the theoretical stuff at uni as well.
My favourite thing about it is I think it's just a really nice working environment here. There's not like a huge amount of stress or pressure, and it feels very open. Like if you're struggling with something, it feels like most people are willing to lend you a hand at any point in time, which I think is really good, especially for an apprentice, when there's sometimes things, even like 3 years in, where you'll get to it and you'll be like, I've got no idea where to start. So I'd say that's the best thing.
Yeah, because it's a smaller company than a lot of others, you get a lot more hands-on experience since you're a bigger part of the team. Also, there's a lot less bureaucracy than some other big companies that might have, so you get to do a lot more. It's a lot more enjoyable to do it. Then everybody here is just kind of really nice when it comes to helping you with stuff.
Yeah, I agree that the team environment's really good. Everyone's sort of willing to help all the time. I think also because we get to take on quite a range of projects. Each project sort of has its unique challenges that you need to try and overcome, which keeps everything quite interesting.
I think AI is it's moving quite fast at the moment, because like we're speaking in the stand-up this morning, Microsoft have released a lot of Azure resources for various types of AI, and then you saw the other week, like you had DeepSeek come out that's much cheaper than ChatGPT. You've got some stuff that I've looked at. You've got like text-to-speech, speech-to-text, and all these new things coming out that will be a bit easier for us to use than they were 6 months ago, where you might have to go through OpenAI's own OpenAI's own API to get to it, whereas with Azure it's more integrated with, at least with our Azure projects, it would be.
Yeah, I definitely think we'll be moving sort of much more towards AI-based solutions and stuff, which is ideal. I know Pulsion were already talking about and sort of working with some AI, so hopefully in the next 5 years or so we can continue sort of staying ahead of the curve there and being at the forefront of that.
Did have Microsoft drop a
new state of matter, I think it was.
I think it was some like fancy chip. They used some new state of matter. I don't know. I'm not a quantum computer scientist, but I thought that was pretty cool. I suppose also we've got like we are moving more towards cloud stuff just in general, with migrating one of our APIs over to not entirely like Azure cloud based. It's still the same structure, but using a more decoupled structure with multiple cloud steps for like monitoring and authentication and things. So I'd like to see us do more of that, partly because that's something I think I'm quite good at and interested in.